is banging
So
one of your
somebody
women.
else is. I'm fooling with somebody else.
Whatever you doing, you ain't with me. That's your business. That's the point I was trying to make.
But am I allowed to tell you? Okay, so
why would you tell me that?
Do I know about Tasha?
You said what?
Do I know about Tasha?
Yeah, because that's what we got.
Okay, so if that's what we got, why I can't tell you about Leslie?
No, I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, but you want me to listen to you? No.
Welcome to another episode of Krisp Konversations. I'm your host, Kris. These are my co-hosts. Say what's up, y'all.
It's Harvey.
Hey, y'all, it's Ashley.
What's going on, y'all? Sean D. White, and the D is for different. Different.
Yeah, everybody on this couch.
Yeah.
Y'all know how we do. We're going to talk about our experiences and how we view them differently. We're going to have a word of the day. We'll drink to. We're going to keep it loose, raw, uncut, have fun, and most importantly, we're going to say that shit.
Say that shit.
The word of the day is nature. So every time we hear nature, we take a sip. On this episode, we're going to talk about, is it in a man's nature to have multiple women?
No, you said the word. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, you
who keep doing this to the titles? So, do y'all think it's in a man's nature to date multiple women? I'm just let Lil Sean have the flow.
Well, I got these.
Because he been waiting on this, y'all. Yeah. We ready. Go ahead.
He been waiting on this shit.
Well, I think Christian men who see themselves.
This is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, y'all want me to turn up?
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, it's a part of a man's nature to want multiple women. Are you kidding me? Shit, let me be honest. I'm a man who enjoys fruit, right? If someone had to tell me, listen, you have to eat strawberries every single day, I'd be irritated. I like multiple fruits.
You should be allergic to the
I like strawberries. I like pineapples. I like grapes. I like mangoes. I like all of those. And sometimes I think that's how men view women when it comes to fruits.
Which one did you commit to?
You see, I'm sorry?
Which one did you commit to?
Well, I'm not married yet, so I haven't necessarily committed to anyone just yet. But I will say, just as far as the dating aspect or just getting to know women, yeah, it's beautiful women of all races out here. A black woman doesn't look like an Ethiopian woman. An Ethiopian woman doesn't look like an Argentinian woman. An Argentinian woman doesn't look like a woman from South Africa. The list goes on and on.
I don't know. I'm surprised you do black
women. What you mean? I love black women. Anyways, but that's what I'm saying. It's in a man's nature to want, you know what I'm saying, multiple women.
Fruit.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
I have a follow-up question, but I'm going to let everybody else answer.
Keep it.
I don't know if it's in a man's nature. I'm not a man. Harvey?
Well, Ashley, do you want to go first?
Oh, but no, I'm going to let this man take right on over.
All right, so.
We said nature like 10 times.
Right.
Well, we just going to take one big gulp.
I will say, since we're talking about men, we have to categorize the men that have those desires. And I think of it as the Neanderthal versus the one that has gotten a little bit further up.
Okay.
So that Neanderthal definitely will want multiple, various, and just spread out.
Did you just call me a dumbass?
That's not what he said, Neanderthal.
He said Neanderthal. He said first.
Okay.
No, but the point I want to get to is a little bit of maturity. just a little bit of maturity and experience. Because when you want different fruit, use the analogy.
Right.
Some of those could definitely be, reactive to you in a negative way, like an allergy almost. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
So, I'm just going around the world to get to a point to say that I don't agree that it's within all men's nature to want multiple women at the same time. Now, men can appreciate women and exceed them and maybe even desire them. but to really know what that entails and to take that on and to feel like that's what their instinct is leading them to just pursue. Not necessarily always.
That's for Harvey. Yeah.
No, so like I said, I don't know what's in a man's nature because I'm not a man, but I will say I'm going to assume that at some point they get to a level of content with the same person. And no longer desire other fruit because they found the fruit that they love and they want to be fruitful and multiply with their fruit. No, I'm joking.
I like how you put that.
I'm gonna say like at some point, like I think when you have the stamina and the means to have multiple women when it's available to you, yeah, that's cool. But at some point when you actually reach a level of maturity, you're not going to continue to desire multiple women. You're going to want to tap into that one woman because she probably embodies everything that you look for in all women. I'm going to assume that's if you find her.
I can agree with that. But as devil's advocate, as devil's advocate here, to see both sides too. I mean, I do feel like at some point they do find that one person and want that one person. But at the end of the day, to be honest,
the day gotta end. Glow.
Yeah, you want your one person, but you never are gonna turn a blind eye to what's beautiful in front of you.
I definitely think like nobody has to play blind.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you gonna find your person, and y'all might, cause be honest, we a little freaky out here in this world sometimes. So y'all together might want to, but you gonna have your one person, and then everybody else might just be okay. Yeah, I might put it to take home, but I don't necessarily.
So like even if like you're in a monogamous relationship, we're not even saying married, right. But if you agree to be monogamous, you still believe that the man possibly will play, because that'll follow us into our next question. Take us into our next question.
I mean, yeah. So at some point, something is gonna trigger you to be like, "Ooh, I might do want to." Now, I didn't say you're gonna always want to do that. I do feel, honestly, yes, you're gonna want your one person, but every now and then, just in your nature, that it's gonna come out. You might want. It might be something that's gonna catch a twinkle in your eye.
I don't appreciate.
And I think about that in aspect. It's men and women. I don't think it's just specifically.
She's spit.
I'm just.
She
saying.
is spitting. I will agree.
I'm just saying.
What it sounds like she does not believe in monogamy.
No, I do absolutely believe in monogamy. I just know that sometimes.
So okay, that's what I'm asking. So even in monogamy,
you gonna want that one person.
So you don't believe in monogamy?
No, I think it sounds like she believes in monogamy, but she also thinks that the appetites,
she's logical
in some cases.
That's the easiest way to put it.
Okay, so appetite is one thing, but are you eating the fruit?
Literally.
Are you? Even if you desire another person, and you're in a monogamous relationship, are you taking it to that level with this other person? Conversation is one thing, but the actual act of intercourse is another. And even worse than intercourse is having an emotional bond with somebody where you actually like fall in love with somebody and you don't have intercourse with them. Like now you're just in love with two people. So are you monogamous?
Is that really worse?
I think that, in my opinion, this is just me. the act of sex with another person is one thing, but to actually give somebody a piece of your heart is another. Because that does not go away tomorrow or after I find out about it. You don't just stop loving a person. So to be emotionally involved with another person is a little bit deeper, especially if it's emotionally and sexually. Like, I have a hard time believing that, like, if I catch you, you just be like, no, Tasha, you know, my wife caught us. We ain't gonna be able to talk no more. Because you might actually envision Tasha every time we're intimate, or it plays on your psyche a little bit to know that somebody has a piece of you that I have. So that's my question, Ashley. Do you believe in monogamy or you don't?
I do believe in monogamy.
But
however,
come.
Thank you. I personally am a little fun, so you know.
Okay.
We together might, but it's me and you, regardless of it all. And if it is not a me and you thing, then if I find out,
y'all look me in my eyes.
I think.
Hold on. Ashley is a Sagittarius. She is the epitome of I can do it, but you can't. So she literally means
we can do this together.
No,
there is no.
I can do this, and then we together.
No,
but if you do what I did,
no, that's not how I feel.
All right, well, go ahead, man.
I think that more people are adapting what Ashley is saying, because just having traditional marriage, people get bored and irritated now, instead of acting on those impulses and just seeing it for what it was.
Well, why get married? I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm asking.
Well, no, but I mean, people get married for different reasons.
Okay.
Women, it could just be stability. Men could just be because they're lonely. It just depends on the person. Yeah.
Not accepting lonely.
You said what?
Not when you want multiple women. You're never supposed to be lonely. You're supposed to have options at every.
But see, and that's why I want to go back to Harvey calling me dumb, because what he said earlier in the episode
in Darwin's theory,
that wasn't. He's a homo sapien.
Right, he called me homosexual. Trying to figure out when it comes to your nature. I don't think, you said immaturity and things like that. Everyone doesn't always want a monogamous relationship or marriage. And I was speaking more so for that perspective instead of getting into the commitment. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Even to your point, Kris, where you were saying, you know, when you find all of that in that one person, that may not be that, because you may not have that full checklist of someone, and that's why you decide to have multiple people. But I wasn't speaking from a monogamous perspective. I was just thinking from the having multiple women perspective.
Okay. On the flip side, right? Mm-hmm. Because we're still on question 1, by the way.
Okay.
We're talking about a man who has multiple women. Okay. I say, okay, cool.
True.
But Lester down the street, while you with Tasha, is scratching the itch that I need to be scratched. Mm-hmm. Is that okay with you?
Wait, Tasha is scratching my woman's...
No. Lester down the street is scratching her itch because you with Tasha scratching yours.
What is the nature of this that we got going on?
It's the same thing as you got going on with Tasha.
So no, what I'm saying, this isn't a monogamous relationship.
It was never monogamous because Tasha's in the picture.
Yeah. So what you mean down the street? She's not in my house. So what you mean down her street?
He's missing them.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely missing
down the street.
That's the literal.
So right, when you say down the street, I'm like, are we in the house together or?
No. It wasn't a literal down the street.
You fucking with another guy is banging one of your women.
I'm fooling with somebody else.
Whatever you doing, you ain't with me. That's your business. That's the point I was trying to make.
But am I allowed to tell you? Okay, so
why would you tell me that?
Do I know about Tasha?
You said what?
Do I know about Tasha?
Yeah, because that's what we got.
Okay, so if that's what we got, why I can't tell you about Leslie?
No, I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, but you want me to listen to you?
No. But I'm saying, I would let you know, you know what? Certain things are just unspoken. You know I got certain things going on, and you do too. But I'm not saying, you know, Tasha, this is what I'm doing. Like, no, we don't need to do that.
Okay.
Because
so
the nature of the relationship...
in our back pocket, but just don't tell us.
Okay.
Right. No, but I'm saying because we both know we're doing something because it's not a monogamous relationship. We're just dealing with one another. That's what I think you're saying, right?
No, that's not what it was.
So wait, this is a relationship we're together?
This is the relationship. We're together.
Mm-hmm.
You've expressed to me that you want to be with multiple women.
And you say, okay, cool, I'm going to be with multiple men.
Right.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Yeah, if that's what we're doing.
Okay.
See nothing wrong with that. See quality. Shit.
Well, going to our next question. Do you believe that men have multiple women, regardless if they're married or not?
Clearly, Sean, yes.
I didn't say I had multiple women. Don't y'all be putting that on me.
That's not a question.
Every man has multiple women, regardless if he's married or in a relationship. I do think most men, in it being a part of their nature, I think they do. I think they always do.
Not a man.
I think that men, you don't know nothing about having multiple women, Kris. Anyways, I think most men do for the most part, just because they enjoy. I don't know if it could be the company. You know, everyone's personality is different, and sometimes men, when they enjoy different women that like them in their personality, they like to have multiple women around. Now, I don't know if they're necessarily always physically involved with them, but they may have them for different reasons. But yeah, I definitely do think men, regardless if they're married or not, have multiple women around, for sure.
Is the kids involved in this multiple women? You have multiple baby mamas.
I don't know. It may depend on a certain age, but most that I know, nah, don't be having multiple baby mamas. But it just depends.
Harvey.
Anybody the baby mama? Anybody the baby mama?
What you mean?
Like I'm saying, like, say you with Kim. Mm-hmm. Kim got little Sean. And then you like Tasha.
Who got a little Timmy.
Tasha and Kim, I got you.
So, if Kim, you got Kim and Lil Sean, what's Tasha role? Like, do you tell Kim about Tasha at this point? Do you like, hey Kimmy and Sean, this is Tasha, or you just sneaking?
No, because at
Tasha,
some point.
you're a sneaky link at that point.
No, because they probably gonna have to interact at some point. Yeah. Kids like to talk. What you mean? You know, what's his lady over there? His house?
Friends? My daddy over here. Exactly.
Once Lil Sean get to talking age, that shit dead.
He gonna tell it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mommy, we was at this lady named Tasha house.
Right. That's why my
and that little boy named Tim was like, that's my daddy too.
Harvey, you tell me, but I need you to compare and contrast from.
I don't know. I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Okay, here we go.
I do not think that all men have multiple women in marriages.
What about at least one?
That's multiple because you got a wife.
She don't count. Sure.
No, I think no, I don't think that. I think that there's some men who actually have the traditional way of marriage, the traditional way, and actually believe in having one woman and probably could never fathom having two because they barely got that one.
The traditional way be granddad having a whole nother family across town.
Nah, that is.
That was before cell phones and Facebook.
Very true.
Now that we got Facebook, we can find out who Lil Sean is.
Man, I'm just saying, you'd be surprised how many women I know that ended up like grown and right when they graduated, had somebody reach out like, hey, on Facebook.
It hasn't happened to me
Your
yet.
dad.
My papa was a Rolling Stone.
I think it just depends on the woman when it comes to being completely honest, because every woman really, I mean, they can say that, but every woman's not built for that. And
Tamika gonna cut your ass out.
You said what?
Tamika gonna cut your ass out.
Or drop kick me. It just depends on the day. I think now with me being in my 30s now, I try and be as kindly honest as I can be, depending on who I'm dating, and ultimately to be in a relationship with.
For some odd reason, I feel like your honesty is like asshole.
But sometimes that's what I feel, because that's how I want it though. But sometimes everyone's not ready for that level of honesty, and that's when it becomes an issue. For example, like I just don't hop into a relationship with someone. I wait a good 3-4 months to go through certain seasons with them to see if we're meant to be together long term. And in that moment, I won't tell them, well, I'm seeing multiple women, right? I'm seeing another woman, right? Because that could throw off their whole balance and how they do.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say? I wait 3 or 4 months before I get into a relationship with somebody. But in these 3 or 4 months, I'm seeing other people?
No. I didn't say I automatically may see someone like that, but I'm saying I wouldn't, even if I was, I wouldn't tell them that up front. Because
I feel like you don't really know if you want to be in a relationship with somebody until you cut off the outside.
Well,
because if not, you always have options.
True.
Tonight she pissed me off. Let me call somebody else.
Sometimes I think that's healthy though, because
healthy to who?
If you call someone up in that moment, I'm not saying always, but I'm just saying in that time to get your mind right, because that other option, she may not be thinking anything long term or want anything long term for you.
In my experience, when you're dating multiple people.
Oh, I thought you ain't know nothing about that though.
I never said that.
Oh, I thought you said that earlier in the episode.
No, did not.
Okay.
It did not come out of my mouth. Run the tape back.
I can't wait to watch that tape. Go ahead.
But when you're dating multiple people, and there's one that you tap into, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's not a period of you just exclusively talking to that person, then you don't really know if you want that person, because there's always other options. Meaning, if I go out with you and you don't necessarily give me what I needed that night, I can just call somebody else. Mm-hmm. But when there aren't any other options to call, you got to figure out what you want to do with that person. You follow me?
I do, but I don't feel like that's always the best, because that can create resentment. Let's chill. You couldn't do what you needed to do at night. Let me get this shit off with someone else.
How bad could it be? First of all, if it creates resentment, that's probably a relationship you shouldn't be in.
I think it depends on the person. I see what you're saying though.
Resentment comes from somebody that you are actually like really in love with.
Well, yeah.
But if it's just dating,
all you doing is using the other person as a band-aid to help you tolerate this
the other person. Yes.
That can be healthy though. That's what I'm saying, because that other person don't necessarily want what y'all want.
Help us out, please.
It sounds like a contradiction, because earlier in the episode when we were talking about these 3 women that you want to have,
we said that.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
said that in the episode. I remember saying that in the episode. Hold on now, Harvey. She named 2, but that was her metaphor. I didn't say that.
2, multiple, whatever.
It was Kim. Believe my bad.
It's just, it doesn't seem like a pure intent for anybody, whether it's self-pleasure, pleasure for someone else. It's like, okay, what's the objective with any of it? Like, what's happening? It just isn't clear. It sounds like reckless dating, reckless
Serial
relationships.
dating.
Yeah, all of this is unintentioned, and I don't know, it could be looked at to because it's just weird. You know what I mean?
I'm saying it's not.
Even if even if it's not weird, if you are dating multiple people every time, you're not going to fully like one person because you have other options. You most definitely have to cut off these other options.
So y'all said y'all only believe in dating one person at one time. That's what you've always done. That's what you've
No.
always
That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying.
What we're saying is when you hit that 3-4 month mark, and you're dating 3 people, right? And you like this one the most. The other 2 gotta go. So that you can see if this one is the one that you really want.
But we weren't necessarily talking about fully dating though. I don't know if I implied that, that's not what I was saying.
Okay.
What I was saying, someone else for that particular need. And that's not even necessarily sex, because I don't want her to go there.
Okay.
I'm saying that woman can be getting on your nerves. Sharonda is gonna come through.
So we got Kim, Tasha, Sharonda.
Right.
Benita.
Sharonda could just come through to talk it through and maybe have a blunt, I don't know, or a glass of wine. And just be like, listen, this is what she's thinking. This is what she's trying to get from you, and you missing that mark. And that'll be chill.
But that ain't what Sharonda doing. Sharonda coming over.
Is Sharonda fucking or not?
Right. Yeah, right.
I'm asking.
Because Sharonda shouldn't even be
women.
Yeah. Like that's
why they had to go physical, though? Why did y'all have to take it physical?
But it ain't even
we're talking about
where did Sharonda come from? For you to bring...
If we're talking about the need to have multiple women, I'm assuming that we're talking about sexually.
Not always. No.
So you got 3 women that you having friends? Y'all friends?
I didn't mention it was always sex. Y'all took it there. Harvey asked me that earlier, and I said, no, it's not always sex.
We got to do the whole episode.
Right.
Because, I'm like...
I've been under the assumption that it was sex the whole time.
Because I ain't got 3 people that's getting on my nerves and I ain't fucking none of y'all. Like, that's just not happening.
People getting on my nerves. I didn't say that. You had mentioned, who was the girl earlier? Kim. Was she seeing Lester? Why is that man named Lester? In her 30s. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Why is her name Kim?
Well, I know a few Kims.
I know a few Kims.
No, but a few Benitas too, huh?
True. Few Benitas.
But no, so for the basis of the episode, when we're talking about in a man's nature,
sure,
to desire multiple women, we're assuming that it's sex.
Okay.
You're dating multiple women. You're having sex with all these. I don't know how many. I'm just gonna say 3. Having sex with all 3 of these women. At some point, how do you know which one is worth? Never mind, I can already answer this question for you.
He's never gonna know.
How do you know which one is worthy of monogamy? If you're dating all 3 and having sex with all 3, because I'm going to assumption. When one does something that you don't like, you call the next one. Okay. When the next one does something that you don't like, you call the next one.
You never give each one of them their individual time to... Oh, shit. Sorry. I was getting deep into my thought. But anyway.
I'm glad I put my shoes on the couch.
Right there.
But I'm going to assume that, okay, by the time you get... the 3rd one has made you mad, you can just circle back around to Kim. And now Kim ready to open the door and... So how do you know which one is worth monogamy if you always have an option?
I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm saying sometimes men, they just make the decision to marry the one that they don't necessarily want, but the one that they need. Kim may be the one that he needs. She cares for him in a way that, who's the other one? Sharonda and Tasha. Right. They don't care for him like the way that she does. But they may not be as fun. Kim may not be as fun as them. But he needs to be with the one that he needs. And a lot of men get married like that. Now, don't sit up here and say, no, I married the one I wanted and I needed. Oh, she's so this and all right, cool. That sounds good, bro. Straight, yeah, whatever.
I can understand it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, and that's just what it is.
So you got a need versus a want.
Yeah.
But does that mean that your wants outweigh your needs at some point?
Ooh. Sometimes men let them, but your needs should outweigh your wants. And that was my point. Mm-hmm. I may not want a woman who's telling me that I need to focus in on this and think more about what she wants and desires and stuff like that, right? That's my wants. That's something I don't want. But what I need is a woman that does tell me that, and I need to be more compassionate and kinder to people.
Sean, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard you say.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try. Cut. That's it. It's a wrap.
You all have a great night. This is a good show.
See, y'all be acting like I don't be taking you somewhere through the journey. That's what I'm saying. We gonna get here.
It took a long time. We like have a flat tire. The engine go out.
But that's my nature.
I can respect that. So why do you think is a double standard when it comes to women, wanting multiple men?
You know,
I got an answer. They think we hoes.
And they are.
No, we're not.
Women who are sexually
liberated and know what they want and do all that. It ain't no different from what you feel. You feel in your power and, I'm a man. If I can do this. We feel the same way. I'm that bitch just like you, that nigga. Okay. If I got all these
shout out to Megan Stallion and all you hoes that follow Megan
They're hotties. They're not hoes. They're hotties.
Before you get to the T, what's right there? Ho. Thank you.
It's the same thing, and it's terrible though that's how it is viewed.
I think so too. Like I don't appreciate the double standard for men versus women, and I don't appreciate the double standard that women give other women for being sexually liberated versus men. I think that we all have private parts and how we use them. Hoe is versatile. It goes for man and woman.
So what is a hoe?
You.
Chill.
Everybody is a hoe at the end of the day. Everybody is a hoe. Everybody fucking sucking doing and women and
whoa.
Relax.
It's the family show.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if you want to look at it, it's versus that, because a lot of times being the hoe is all the extra shit. I'm a hoe for my nigga. If I'm with him, I'm gonna do all the that. Everybody, and at the end of the day, my man or woman gonna be a hoe for me, because we gonna do what we want for each other to please us. Which just seems.
Why can't you just be a pleaser though? Why does that make you a hoe? Oh, are you a hoe?
Why? What is the purpose of why I gotta make you a hoe if I got multiple people?
It depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a pastor or a pimp,
right?
Pimp is a hoe. Pastor is just.
It's a servant.
You know?
My disciple. Deacon.
And it's Sunday. Let me watch out for y'all for these thunder strikes come down.
Nah, for real. In my opinion, I think hoe is versatile. I think that men get praised for having sex with multiple women, but women are called hoes, and I don't appreciate that, because in all actuality, if our number count is the same,
what makes me different?
Well, men do the fucking, women get fucked. That's the difference.
Either way it go, your piece my piece and my
do they?
What? Yes. You have to arch your back. I'm doing it. You getting it done too.
Either way it go, both our body parts are touching. There's no greater and no lesser.
No, most women don't ride. What you mean? It was a study that came out. 70%
fucking is fucking. That means the act of both of y'all fucking.
And your body parts touching and intertwining with each other, okay?
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So why is there a double standard?
Because I think that a lot of women trying to, I think it was a few years ago with Amber Rose and like her slut walk and stuff like that. She tried to create this whole liberation movement about women being, we're sexually liberated and we do what we want.
Right, I'm like, can we just
But I'm saying
her Trump supporters.
It was like
somebody else.
What are you talking about Trump supporters?
She barely identifies. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody else.
Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Okay, well, y'all just mentioned Meg.
She did whip Jocelyn the ass though. I seen the
idea. She definitely did.
What I'm saying is, men, you look at them a certain way, and women are trying to view themselves or think of themselves as equals. Would you say that, Harvey? Like, we'd be like, well, if you can do it, I can do it. So say, if a man is a player or he gets around, that's what he is. But women won't say, well, she's not the same. She's just, because men expect women to be better than them. They're not exactly the same. If you're a nurturer and all of this different stuff, like,
I am a nurturer, and I get around.
And you're a hoe. Okay, so you're a hoe too. Yes, if a man is a hoe,
why aren't you a hoe? You are not nurturing hoe.
I never said men were hoes.
You are not nurturing hoe.
But I'm saying y'all weren't trying to claim it too. Look, what I was trying to say was,
lack emotion.
Women be messier than men.
Men are I cannot agree with
women will fuck the whole crew. That's a messy hoe.
And y'all
will be okay, right? And you know I fucked her.
But women will infiltrate, and women will infiltrate homeboys and fuck the whole clique and fuck their whole shit up.
And you will have homegirls over here fighting over each other. And y'all niggas taking shots and having camaraderie with each other.
Not true.
It is true.
Totally true.
Because at the end of the day, if I fucked you, that's one thing. It's no reason for me to have any vendettas or feel some type of way or act any type of way towards somebody else that you was fucking with. Women that you fuck, that you're not openly honest with, because that's usually the case most of the time. But you can have a woman who ran through the crew and the crew never really know.
Or care. Like, I don't know. I just view it differently.
I don't give.
I know one thing. Before the season over, Harvey, I need to hear you say something about these women. All this Mr. Rogers, old shit. All women do the right thing. Women are fine. Women do good shit. Nah, fuck that. I need to be back 20 years.
Married to a good woman. Harvey got
back
shit
to 20 years.
That's a good man, Savannah.
Yeah, he's a good man.
And I hate when they use that shit because he was cheating on his wife. Good man, Savannah. He was cheating.
Her mama didn't know that.
Yes, she did. She broke it down to her on the phone.
Well, that's why she said you fucking.
That shit was hilarious. Rest in peace, Whitney.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So our current events for today, we are in Atlanta, and the recent episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta talked about Kirk and Rashida, and Kirk's at some point side chick was Jasmine.
Yeah,
Jasmine Blue.
I think that's her name.
And how she is coming back into their relationship, and the well-being of Kurt's son, Cannon.
Because pretty much it is said that I'll take better care of my child if you still gonna give me some of that.
Y'all think it's real? Y'all think Kurt actually coming for old girl?
He been trash from the jump. I love you. Hold it down. Could keep the man, whatever y'all want to do, work it out for y'all.
For the Gemini Nation, I love Rashida.
Kurt is trash. She's been trash, and it is what it is. Yeah. She's trash.
So was it a part on there where the son apparently was locked out of the house? He was like,
There's something that's even more current. There's something that happened. They went on the episode. That's what's happening on social media right now.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Something about I just literally read it before I got here. Something about their son was locked out of the apartment. Jasmine was supposedly inside, but he was locked out. But Cannon was locked out, and something about security ended up calling Kurt and made Kurt come down there, but she was there the whole time, and he was locked out why she just opened the door. I don't know. I didn't get the full whole story of it, but it was some foolishness. But at any rate, she claimed she took accountability for it and said that it was her fault. But I don't really.
I think that there's a real thing that's clout. I think that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta definitely needs ratings, and I don't know what to believe about the Kirk and Rashida Jasmine story by way of canon, because last season Kirk and Rashida seemed to be very happy, and everybody thought that they were very, very boring. So now that this is going on, I don't really know what to believe, but Rashida's a different type of woman. To be able to take Kurt back and continue their relationship with them that they have, because Gemini to Gemini, I don't know if I would be able to do that. I draw the line at baby, but they also have 20 plus years in the game, so.
And also, I think it's specifically about not knowing the full details of what a person's relationship is or their marriage. Yeah. Sometimes, like I said, things aren't always monogamous. And if I think my memory serves me correct, Kirk was older when he met Rashida. Yeah. So he could have.
Kirk already had like 4 or 5 kids before they met.
And she still got with him. And I think they have thriving businesses. They've been getting money together and stuff like that. So they may not care, and she may have her own situation going on. But like I say, one thing I do know about Love and Hip Hop, they create storylines all the time, and they draw them all out and have them go this way, and it could be something completely opposite of what you think it really is.
Most definitely.
So it just,
because they definitely chop and screw that footage.
Exactly. So it just really depends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Krisp Konversations. I'm your host, Kris. My handle will be at the bottom at Blow My Horn.
Y'all know who it is. It's Ashley. You can follow me at Help Talk too.
Harvey does it on Instagram.
Sean White, y'all can follow me at gracious_gift3. But if you're a hoe, do not follow me. I don't want no hoes. God, follow me, stay away, please.
He lied. Line up.
Terrible. We love you guys.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.